Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a crushing interview with a guy, man. He's a good. He's a friend of mine. I'm already called, because we've
There,
been doing this for 3 years.
no
But
doubt.
hey, he's one of the best coaches in college basketball. I can
I
say that without
appreciate
a
it, bro.
doubt, man.
Appreciate that, man.
Coach Pettway is in the building. Kennesaw State coach. First of all, I can't believe it's been 3 years, man. You're going into your third season as the head coach of
Third
the
year,
Owls, man. Talk to me
third
about
year.
this journey for you, man. How has it been?
No, it's been amazing, Emmanuel, man. First off, my first year, I got to come in and follow a legend. Coach Amir, I always say rest in peace to him, man. He was truly a giant in this business, and a lot of people know about the coach he is. The things he was able to do at Kennesaw State, what he was able to accomplish at South Florida the year he was there. But
Yeah.
man, I don't want to ever be forgotten the kind of father, the kind of husband, the kind of man he was, and that it was far outweighed the coaching ability. He
Yeah.
was a great friend to a bunch of people in this business. So I got a chance to follow him, who he had already established a great culture, left me some really good players. And so my first year, it wasn't typical of a first time head coach. I got a chance to be around some really good dudes that knew what really was important. You know what I mean? And so that helped me tremendously my first year. Last season, man, we went and got some dudes that, they were really good. Adrian Woolley, special. Brayton Luke,
Yeah.
special. Jamil Miller. We bought some dudes back and we went and put a good group together. We went and got some dudes, brought a group back, and they really meshed and started playing their best basketball at the right time. And man, I'm enjoying this building process. I'm enjoying building it my way. You know what I mean? Like doing it my way, man. Getting guys that I enjoy being around that got great work ethic, amazing character, and that love being here at Kennesaw State. I tell people, my boys ain't here to get rich. You know what I mean? If they were here to get rich, they wouldn't be at Kennesaw State. You know what I mean? So, we gotta love on each other. We gotta really be here for each other, have each other back, man. I love my group again, man. I got a really, really tough, hard nosed group that love and care for each other.
Coach, let me start with this before I jump into the team. November 16th, putting that
Hmm.
game together, you talked about Coach Amir. How important was it to do a game like this to show the last two teams he meant so much to? So let's start with Coach Amir since we started off with that. Let's keep it going. November 16th, they coming, USF coming here to Kennesaw State. Talk about the importance of getting that game together, Coach.
Super important, man. The Loves Wins class, I think that's what we're calling it. That's what Miss Ari wanted to call it. My Ari wanted to call it, and so I think it's just super important for his legacy because I want people to know the kind of impact he had here. A lot of people know, but I want the country to know what he was able to do here in South Florida and the kind of person he was, always trying to help somebody. You know what I mean? And so, that's a lesson to all us coaches. We get so bogged down trying to be the best that had a team, get this team doing this and that, but we forget about the brotherhood and the sisterhood and helping each other up, helping each other as we climb, you know what I mean, pulling each other up. And that's something he was a prime example of. Like if he could help you, he was gonna help you no matter what it was, man. And so, I'm honored to be able to help honor his legacy. And I just want to do an
Yeah.
amazing job because we're hosting it first. Next year we're going to South Florida, but this year, why is at Kennesaw? I wanted to be grand. I wanted to be amazing because we're remembering an amazing person, an amazing man. So anything we can do on this end, we need to do it. I want to do it, and then I also want to kick South Florida butt while we doing it. You know what I mean? So, but cause that's that was his mindset too, man. He was a
Yeah.
competitor as well. So, but just I can't say enough about the man he was, the coach he was, the father, the hood. Like, man, he left behind a big time legacy, and we just want to honor that.
Good coach. And, I had a chance to cover him while he was here. And
Yeah,
I can tell you that, be honestly, from what I've seen, Kennesaw knocked it out the park twice, man, because,
thank you,
he
bro.
was a great guy and have you here as well. But, coach, I got to, let me step back a little bit, man, because when I heard about Antoine Pettway, the first thing I heard was, hey, man, this dude can recruit. I was like, whatever,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Everybody can recruit when they're in Alabama or somewhere like that.
No
Nah,
doubt.
coach, you done shut me up, man. These first three classes have been outstanding. You
I
brought
love it.
another great freshman class in,
Yes,
coach.
yeah.
We talk about this year's freshman class, and you already I can't get off Twitter. You signing some other people for next
Hey,
year. Talk about
we gotta keep them coming, man. Keep them coming. E. So no, this class I think is gonna be just like the two previous ones, but they're gonna have a major impact on this season. We went and got the kid Amir Taylor from
yeah,
Grayson High School, big man, do it all, can make shots, can handle it, just a winner, just play hard, a dog. He was somebody we targeted early and just jumped all in on him. Love what he brings to the table. And then we got Trey Simpson, 6'8.5". You're gonna love him. He can shoot it, lefty, athletic, plays extremely hard, plays above the rim, super coachable. I love being around him. Got a kid, Caden Rickard, 6'6" point guard. He was the #1 point guard coming out of the state of Alabama. Signed early with Murray State when they had a coaching change. We were able to bring him on home to here to Kennesaw. Just a hard playing, hard nose, kind of Swiss Army knife kind of player. Do it all, whatever you need to do to win. Then Darius Washington III out of Orlando, Florida, Edgewater, 6'5", combo guard. Just amazing size, amazing feel, super talented. Excited about him. And then we rounded off the class with two local guys in Brandon Tucson from Sequoia High School, 6'4" shooter that plays hard, plays the right way. And then Nigel Thomas, local guy that's 6'8" and really shoots the ball as well. So I've been blessed to be in a situation, to be in a place that it's easier to recruit to. You know what I mean? Like you got like, this area, this Cobb County area, this campus, President Cat, Milton Overton, like they're all on board with everything we do, man. And so when you're working with great people and you got a great place to sell, you get these kids to campus, the Kennesaw blow your mind, man. Like we really got something special here down there in Cobb County.
Yeah, man, and it's funny how what difference a year make. I think last year you were preseason ranked #9 or something like that in conference USA. This year I'm waking up. You pick #2 in the conference. Simeon Cotto is preseason player of the year.
Oh yeah.
And it's funny, man. I look at Simeon and I had to look at twice. He's a senior this year. Just
Crazy,
talk
right?
about not only him but Lou, and I got Sherman ties, my kid Sherman and things of that nature. Let's talk about those returning players, coach, and what they mean to continue to build the success for this year. Because let's be real, with Adrian gone, a lot of people have a question. Like, man, they missed, they thought about this last year. What happened? Are they gonna be able to do it this year? Just talk about the returning players, and I know they hear all that. I know these kids. They
skip on our show. That's it.
Yeah.
I told somebody earlier, like, it's a blessing to be picked second this year, but in the big scheme, like I said, it's a blessing because it shows the coaches in the league, the media, the people, they respect what you're doing. They respect how we building it and what we building. You know what I mean? So on that side, it's truly flattering, because it shows they respect it. But then on the other end, it means nothing. Like we hunt. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when you start thinking you the second best team, you start getting hunted. No, that ain't who we are. We hunt. Every night we step on the floor, we doing the hunt. All right, we going after, we going to go, kill what you eat. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of who our mindset is. And so just that hunting mentality, that's what we got to keep, and that's who we are. But like in this landscape of basketball, I'm so blessed to have dudes that wanted to stick it out with us. You know what I mean? Like this is the landscape of college basketball where you can transfer 4 different places every single year, and you never truly have a real home. Seaman Collar got a home. Yeah. He's been here 4 years at Kennesaw State. Brayden Lou's going into his second year. This is home to him. Franquan Sherman and RJ Johnson's going on their 3rd year. You know what I mean? And so they've chose to stay here. Not because we paying them a bunch of money. That's the opposite of that. You know what I mean? Like they chose to stay here because they playing for some place they believe in, someone they believe in. And that's why I'm blessed to have those guys every single day. Because it's so easy in this day and age to just pick up when some don't go perfect. Not even if some go wrong. When some don't go perfect, it's so easy to pick up and just leave. This group I got a bunch of dudes that decided to stay and stick it out and try to accomplish something special with me, man. And I don't take that for granted. I don't take it lightly.
Coach, talk about something special. You came in your first year, and you built your record ever since then.
Yes,
we tasted last year what we thought we was going to make it to the turn.
Yes, sir.
Last year. For you, what has this coaching these early years as the head coach meant for you? And does it make you hungrier? Does it make you
Yes.
appreciate the day in and day out stuff? What is it
Hmm.
has meant for you these last 3 years, Coach?
Man, it's just so, man, it's a great question. Like you never forget where you came from. You know what I
Right.
mean? And like I'm just so blessed to be in this seat. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it, man. Like not a lot of people from where I'm from get a chance to be the head coach of a major university.
Yeah.
I'm God has blessed me to be able to do that. So every year has been just such a blessing, eye-opening experience, and man, it's like it's so gratifying, and also so humbling to know where you come from and where you are now. And that if you
Mhm.
just keep working, it's a testimony actually like to my guys, to everybody. Just put your head down, run your own race and keep working. That's it, man. That's that like I'm so blessed and like, God ain't done with me yet. You know what I mean? But if he don't do nothing else for me, he's done enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's kind of like my
Yeah.
mindset, man. Like if nothing else good, like he's done enough. And that's how I feel. You know what I mean? I get a chance to walk in that gym every single day, be with my boys, be with this staff that we have here. Like this is awesome to me. This is awesome. I
Yeah.
love it, man. I love it.
And to be a part of something that we all not only locally are knowing, but noticing, but the country is noticing because
Mm-hmm.
you see what Max has done on the football field,
Oh
and
yeah,
we've seen
killing
what
it.
Kennesaw, what the basketball team has been doing. Y'all are not just building a local program because we
Mhm.
always the joke. Every time I cover Georgia Tech and Georgia State, I say they playing better ball up north, guys. I just want to let y'all know that. So be careful. But
I
just to
love it.
see that not only people are noticing that Kennesaw State is a brand, and I'm sure that it's got to be, and you're a part of that. What does that mean to be able to see the school being represented and what y'all are building at Kennesaw State?
No, it's so cool. I say all the time, like what Coach Amir did the year before I got here, going to that tournament. When I got here, I could walk in the gym with my chest out. You know what I mean? Head high, and like people know who Kennesaw is. Like it was cool
Yeah,
again to come to Kennesaw, and I think we kind of continue. We trying to continue that and build on that. And then, like you said, with what Coach Mack is doing, man, like my man hit the ground, like again, I got to shout out President Cat and Milton Overton for being able to get together and bring a dude like that to Kennesaw. Like this dude a superstar, man. Like Coach
yeah,
Mack is like he's blowing it out the water, man. And I come from Alabama, so I love college football. So you know what I mean? Like I'm on that sideline. I'm loving it, man. I'm like, man, when them dudes running them touchdowns or Odom throwing them deep balls or Williams, like, man, it's so much fun and it provides a eye on our program, on our university. Like we're on national television and people knowing who Kennesaw State is now. And so like it all works together. It all works together. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like when we bring official visits in, we bring them to football games. And so when they
yeah,
see that atmosphere, they saw the other night, like, why wouldn't you want to be a part of that? You know what I mean? And hopefully we can return the favor with them this year. They official visit coming to our games. I hope we have a great. So it just works together, man. But it's such a blessing. And I know Coach Matt feel the same way to be a part of something bigger than yourself. And you know what I mean? And that's what we're a part of, man. Like it's some amazing things going on over here at
yeah,
Kennesaw State, man. I
yeah,
promise you.
yeah. This little part of Cobb County is firing up here, and I like it,
Oh
man.
yes,
I like
sir.
it. And when you look at what defines your coaching style? Whatever you
Yep.
is it something that you're constantly learning? Is something that you feel define the way that you're coaching, the way that you get these young men to not only play but play hard and give you that time in each and every game? What is that? What would you like to say is that your coaching style, coach?
Yeah, I think we just, we coach them hard. We try to squeeze and get every bit of the. We want them to be the best version of themselves. And like I just I look them in their face on recruiting visits, and I tell them during the year, like you're not failing. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna let you fail on my watch. So whatever it takes, we gonna figure it out. But some things are just non-negotiable. You know what I mean? Like we gonna play hard. Like we gonna be feisty. We gonna play hard. We gonna rebound. We gonna defend. Like that's gotta be in every fabric of who we are as a program. And that's something I never want to change. And then I wanted to be where like we got a culture of hard work because I truly believe like you get all your confidence from your work. So when you put
Mhm.
in the work, I wanted to continue to let these guys show what they're able to do. I'm not asking these guys to go put in all this work in practice and on the time on your own with our staff away from practicing. When we get to the game, I want to put you in a box. No, what you
Mhm.
work on, I'm gonna let you go out there and show it. Because I remember as a player, I never wanted a coach telling me if I'm shooting a bad percentage, I'm not shooting this. No, tell me I can do it. Help me, put me in the right situation, in the right position, and then pump me full of confidence. And that's kind of my deal with these guys. Like I want them believing that we can go do it all. You know what I mean? That we ain't bagging down, we ain't running from no adversity, we run through you. And so if I say my style, man, we're gonna play fast, we're gonna play aggressive, we're gonna be physical, we're gonna be competitive every single night. And I want to get to a point, and I hope it is getting there, it's gotten there, hopefully, that when teams come into the convocation center, they know it's gonna be a fight. You know what I mean? You might leave here with some scratches, some bruises, but you're not gonna run over Kennesaw State. Like that's just we too connected, we too together, we too physical, we too strong, we too tough. You're not finna just run over us when you come in here, and that's kind of what our mindset has to be.
Coach, let me ask this from a standpoint. We haven't talked about the business of college basketball and players, and you bring in great talent,
Yeah.
and people see great talent, and you put in their work. How do you keep focus that even though players could choose to move, you talked about this a little bit earlier, they still stay, and you're still able to keep
Yeah.
the majority of your players? And what is the focus on that to make sure? Yeah, I know this is a different world in college sports these days than from when we play, but
Mm-hmm.
bringing them into environment where they want to play, they know they're going to be taken care
Mm-hmm.
of here, and that they're building something special.
Yeah. No, it's the belief in what we're doing and the belief in them. I tell them the greatest thing I can give them is my belief in them. You know what I mean? And that ain't going anywhere. And so I truly value what we have here. And I think you don't get that everywhere you go. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna get a real family. You're gonna be surrounded some people that you really enjoy being around that's gonna mold you and make you into a better young man. And so I try not to even think about, whether they're gonna be here. This landscape, you coaching a new team every year. I just want to pour into them while I got them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like while you
Yeah.
here, I'm gonna pour into you, and if you do decide to leave, it's gonna be hard on you. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a tough decision because you know
Yeah.
what you got with me. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
know
Right.
you
Right.
got a real, somebody that's gonna be real with you, they're gonna love you. But like I try not to even bog them down about them thinking about the future because it's probably stressful enough between
Yeah. Yeah.
agents coming at them or different people outside coming at them trying to place them here and there. Like all I ask is them to be locked in to what we're trying to accomplish. Be where your feet are. At the end of the year, if you decide you got to go get $1 million, hell, I'll help you walk out the door if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, because
Right. Right.
it's a business for these dudes now. So, but while you're here with us, while you're here with me, let's go all in on what we doing. Let's go all in on it and let's believe in each other. Let's have each other back. You run through a wall for me, I run through a wall for you. And when the season over with, I think we're gonna both be happy and let the chips fall where they may.
A few more from a coach. Let me ask this: what has Conference USA was just different? You start in was
Yeah.
was
You
a
see.
Sun, and
Yeah.
now it's Conference USA. And from I talked to Coach the women's coach a little bit earlier, and she
It's
told us
blue.
the travel was Coach Blue. The travel is different.
Oh yeah.
Just talk about the difference in the two and your excitement after being able to play in it one year to know, okay, we know what to expect this year, and what
Mm-hmm.
we can look forward to going into this next year in Conference
Yeah.
USA.
And so I only had that 1 year in A-Sun, so I wasn't probably as used to it as she was. But it was more bus trips, I think. Whereas, in Conference USA, we're flying all the time. You know what I mean? You're gone from Wednesday to Saturday night. You know what I mean? Because it's travel partners. But as bad as as much, I shouldn't say bad because it's not bad, but as much as the travel is, like the challenge excites me about like just the level of competition we play every night.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
college, like Conference USA, some of the best college mid-major basketball in the
yeah,
country, and
yeah,
you got some of the best coaches. I said it earlier, man. Like who at New Mexico State, my guy McKay at Liberty, Tavin Hester, like you got some of the best, literally the best Quanzo. Like I keep going on, like Fudge down there, Sam Houston, like this whole league is full of Ray Harper. I keep forgetting Ray. He gonna get mad at me, but Ray Harper's a big time coach. We got to whoop Jacksonville State, but that dude can really coach, man.
Right.
But like, it's such good competition and good coaching, and like I think when you challenge yourself, you only like I know my team, myself, like I'm in we're gonna rise to the occasion. And so last year, like, it was extremely challenging. Every night you got a team that can beat you. Yeah. You got to lace them up every single night because you're playing against big-time, high-level basketball. And I love it. I love it, man. And I think if you can compete in this league, you can win this league, you can go beat anybody. You know what I mean? And that's our mindset.
Yeah. 2 months from it, Coach, I got to ask you, give a message to these fans. I know the experience. But why should the people, you bring the donuts out, Coach, you do all those great things, but just tell people, man, what can they look forward to when they come see Kennesaw State basketball, Coach?
Just a exciting brand of basketball. Like, we get up, we get after our opponents. We don't play laid back. Our guys play extremely hard. You're gonna see a bunch of dudes out there competing, working hard, connected, talking, diving on the floor for loose ball. I would say this to all our fans. It's extremely important to me and my program, my players, everybody, that we put a brand out there that this university, this community, these our nation's fans like can be proud of. And so every day we work with that mindset. We want to put a product out there that you guys can be proud of. And so I know myself, I feed off of it. My boys definitely feed off when they see that convo, that convo rocking and packed. And so, like, when you come out there, we're going to give you something to cheer about. But we love seeing those seats filled because it gives us that extra burst, man, that makes my boys just want to go do it. But they're not just playing for themselves. They playing for Kennesaw State, and they playing for our nation. And I love it. I love it because that's why those guys here, that's why they stay here. They want to do something special right here in Cobb County at Kennesaw State, and we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Yeah. I ended with this, Coach. Give me a word or a phrase that will define this 25-26 team, Coach.
I'll give it to you simple. All we got, all we need.
All we got, all we need. There, that's why he's one of my guys, man. One of the good guys in this profession.
Yes,
Coach
sir.
Pettway, man. Thank you so much for taking the time with me,
Thank
Coach,
you.
man. Hey, I'm getting this thing together. I got to be there. You
know I got to see you, man. Get it right so I can get my guy back in the gym, man.
If I got to come in with a wheelie or something, man, we're going to come back up in there, man. Get it right.
You know we're going to take care. We're going to put you right there on the floor. You ain't going to have to climb no stairs or nothing, man. You good. You just get to it.
My guy, man. Good luck this season, Coach. I can't wait, man.
Thank you, bro.
I can't wait,
Appreciate it, E. Thank you, bro. Be safe now. Get well, my man.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
You too. All right, fam.
All right.
From East Point to Buckhead, College Park to Bankhead, dopest sports talk show on the radio. You heard what I said. Big Mason, E-Glade, highlights and big plays from the East Coast to the West Coast, from Oregon to Georgia State. Touchdowns and home runs, slam dunks and long run, athletes and sports junkies. If you got the knowledge, come get you some. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Sound mad, get your team lost. Jerry Jones, cause I'm the boss. Call in, let me hear your thoughts. Crush, Jack, yeah, black on.